Hello everyone and welcome to this very brief tutorial on importing templates, your step one. Okay, so when you first get to the system, this is what you're going to notice. Your first video that will pop up will be your own online business in a box. You're just going to go on ahead and play that video through the end, and then we're just going to go ahead and close that. So what we're first doing, so this is your system. Now, depending on your level of access will depend on what you're viewing over here on the left hand side. This is for resellers and this is for non-resellers over here. You can see over here we have welcome to the platform, view that tutorial. Okay, so what we're first going to do is this is just a brief lesson on how to import your tutorials and how to import your templates. We simply go over in here. Anytime we see a number over on the envelope, it's telling us we have something to import. Click on that. First, we're going to do the templates. We have 23 new templates to bring in here. We will be adding more. Again, it's now giving us another tutorial that it was already imported into the system. Watch that now or watch that later. Import new templates. So we scroll down and you see all the ones that we want to import. We simply import these templates. Click OK. And now all your templates will be loaded into the system. Now we come right back up and let's go ahead and let's add the new tutorials. We'll be adding more and we'll also have an advance. Okay, so there we have it. Now the tutorials are now loaded. Your templates are now loaded. Everything is now into the system. So if I go back over in here, mobile and desktop sites, I go to create a site. I go to create it now with a template. Click over here. And there you go. There are all your templates all in a row. I want to thank you for this step one and step two of loading templates and tutorials into your system. Thank you very much. Hello everyone and welcome to this very brief tutorial. This is step number 2, picking your template. Okay, so we've already uploaded all the templates, so now we're just going to simply go ahead and pick a template that we want to customize. So for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and pick this Ninja one. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. It's going to ask me, do I want to choose this template and create the site? So you can see right over in here, you can preview it. This is a working placement holder. You can see if this is the one that is for you. This is the one that you want to customize. Let's just go ahead and say it is. You can also go ahead and click here to view this in full screen. So let's go ahead and choose this template and create this site. We're going to click OK and we're going to create our first site. You will name it. And now you get to go in and create and adjust, customize your site. So that is step number 2, picking your template. Thank you very much for attending this tutorial and please view the following steps. Hello everyone and welcome to step 3. Step 3 is going to be creating a new page with your system. Alrighty, so as we'll see, we have a great big green button right in here. We're just going to go ahead and create a new page. It's going to pop up some options that we have. You would just pick the one over in here, whichever one, and you will go ahead and customize it. Now we do have videos on each and every widget, which is what these are. You'll go and watch all those. Also, we have, if you have not watched the very first intro video on overview of the site, you'll want to watch that because that will be how to customize some of the elements I'm going to be showing you. So let's go ahead and create a page with text and images. Name it. Text and images. You can choose to have a header or not. I'm going to choose not to. Create the page. And then now we're going to get to go ahead and customize it. So just X out of this. Exit out the tutorials. Now once you do watch the tutorials, they stop popping up. You can go ahead and name this widget. And now here is where you're going to go ahead and customize it as my first intro video has shown. So main title, determine where I want it, size of it, color of it. Let's go with blue. Subtitle. Remember, that's where you can go ahead and add your text in there. Again, the little trick. Control Shift V comes in just how you want it. Go on down, and as other videos have shown exactly what to do in here. Let's go ahead and save and update it. Alrighty, and there you have main title. You have created a new page. Let's go over in here. We'll see we have 2 pages right in here. Let's preview the site, which I have clicked up right over here. Let me refresh it. Here we go. That was your new page. So a nice little trick too as well is when you have this system up and running and you're creating a site, also have your cell phone. Have your cell phone ready. Send yourself the URL because the hosting is included with it. So you just copy and paste the URL of the site you just created. Send it to yourself, text message it or send it to your email, and then pull it up and see what it looks like on your phone. So now when you're building your site, you're also seeing what it looks like on the site maker, on desktop, and on your mobile phone. So that way you can really make sure that it is just simply amazing across all devices. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you right in here, you've created the new page, text and images. As you see right in here, this means it's sitting right underneath that, as a previous video has shown. But what I want to do is just have them both be equal, and now they're both their own pages, and I could nestle some other pages underneath in there, and there we have it. So that is adding your first page in the system, text and images right there, and that's it. Thank you for watching this step number 3. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, and welcome to step 4. Step 4, we're simply going to add a widget. It's going to be a very brief tutorial. Okay, so let's go right ahead and add a widget. So first we have to pick a page to add a widget to. We're going to go ahead and click the first one. We're going to scroll down, see these are all widgets. We're now going to add a widget. And here we can add any widget that you have access to. So we would just simply pick whichever widget. And again, we do have tutorials on what each widget is and what each widget does. So let's go ahead and just pick the most popular one, which is content block. Adding that. Again, I can go ahead and name it here. And again, now here is where we get into, as you'll start to see, a pattern. You get in, main title, subtitle, main text. You put in all your information in here, and that is adding a new widget to our system. As simple as that. Thank you for watching step number 4, adding a widget. Hello everyone, and I want to welcome you to step 5, a very important step. So this may be a step that you review countless times, but this is a very important step. This step is actually something that we've created on our own, and it is our mobile first system. It is our additional options. So this is our additional options. This is where you're basically going to be able to go in, and this is where you're going to determine what is shown on mobile, how it's shown on mobile, what is shown on desktop and tablets, and how it is shown there. So this is the secret sauce, if you will. This is what nobody else has. So also know that with this platform, you are in the possession of something that only other people with this have the opportunity to capitalize on this industry right now. So it's quite awesome knowing that this is the only one in existence. So, all right. So I am basically just in my widgets on my pages. I'll go back just to kind of show you. I want to take my time on this one. So here's my pages. I'm going to go to the Tweet Ninja page. I'm going to go into my content block here. Okay. Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to add some stuff in here, some content, and so we can see a little differences between additional options. So I'm going to basically upload some content, some videos, and then I'm going to make it so it's seen on desktop and some that is just seen on mobile. All right. So I'm just going to copy and paste some text over in here. Control Shift. All right. Let's go ahead and just do Global Media Library. I just want to add something real simple. I love trees. Add that. Okay. And we're going to name this one the mobile view. Come on down. All right. I like that. Everything's in here. I want to go ahead and add a video to as well. Let's go there. Let's grab my quick link here. And we're pretty proud of what we've copied here, what we've not copied, what we've created, and I don't think anybody's ever going to be able to copy this. All right, video frame here. Let's go with Surface Studio on this one. And again, just to show you what we're going to be doing. All right, so I saved that. All right, so now as I scroll on down, so let me scroll down. We see I have all that in here. Okay, so now towards the bottom I have additional options. All right, so let's go ahead and click additional options. Think of additional options as the mobile or desktop. Okay, so login required. We're not going to do that for this. Mobile only. So I want this to be shown on mobile only. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to save it. Okay, remember that's the mobile view. So you see why I state bring your phone out. You're going to have a URL, so watch, I'll show you. I'm going to now view this site. I'm actually going to view this in full screen. This is why I like, again, having my mobile phone, and now I've already sent myself the URL. And you see even right here. Isn't that amazing? I mean, if your socks are still on, this is absolutely phenomenal, folks. So see right there, and look how the preview tool is showing it right there. You see how it's not there? I selected mobile only. Yes, mobile only right here. Incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Let's go back over in here, and now watch what we'll do. Let's go to the additional options again, and let's just keep things simple. Let's click that off, and let's go desktop only. Again, save. Guys and gals, this is amazing. This is what nobody else has, and this is the wave of the future. This is the way websites have to be built. You always ask anybody if you have a potential client, potential customer, get the conversation started. The conversation would be, do you agree we live in a mobile first world? Everybody that you speak to is going to say yes. They're going to say yes. Then you're going to ask them if they had a website. Obviously, this is a customer that you're trying to win over. You ask them, they have a website, and you say, okay. So then you have a responsive website. They're going to say that they do. Is it mobile friendly? They're going to say yes. That's when you're going to hit them with, well, if you are mobile friendly, you're not mobile first, which means you built for desktop first. So this is the way that everything has to be done going into the future, and that's Google's rules, not ours. Okay, so your clients are going to be set and primed for the future. Alrighty, so now remember I wanted just to see this on just the on desktop. Okay, so now let's go back over in here, I'm going to refresh it. Okay. Voila. There it is. And what's missing over here? So it's like building almost 3 different websites, all with one platform. So pretty incredible. The speed that it loads, the speed that you build it at. And now if I want to view this in full screen, when I view it in full screen, that is simply going to give me my URL at the top. It'll give me my my hosting URL at the top. That's what you copy and send yourself. That's what you send to a potential client, potential customer. That's what you have. So as I go back, that is basically the secret sauce of this whole platform, is that the additional options. So again, the additional options, I choose what I want. I choose what I want. Alrighty, so again, that is probably the most important tutorial we're going to have, a brief one, but that is how to make whatever you are putting up on a site viewable on mobile, desktop. You now have the freedom of choice. Nobody else is going to offer you that except for us. All right, thank you for watching step number 5, additional options. Hello everyone, and welcome to step 6. Step 6 is going to be a real quick one, but a real cool one. All right, so what this one is, this is going to be cloning the site. So think of this. You just went out, you just created a really outstanding site, page, landing page, whatever you created, right? Now you just love it so much that you want to copy it and you want to go ahead and maybe edit it a little bit for each person that you want to possibly sell it to. Well, now this is so easy to do. Okay, so let's just say that this is the site we've been demoing. Now we're going to want to have just clone it. Say we made it awesome. So now what we're going to do is simply go ahead and click clone this site. Clone the site, confirmation, okay. So now cloned my site. Simple as that. And now you have a cloned site, okay? So now you can go in here, and then now you would just change any of the personal information for whoever this is now going to go out to next, or whatever new product you have, whatever it is. That's it. Now you can just do this over and over and over and over again. And then when I kind of go back into my mobile desktop and sites, you'll see I now have more sites. See, clone site right there. So you can just continue on when you've got that winner, and then now you can, and with other tutorials that you'll watch or some of our advanced training, you'll actually really see what you can do with it all. Alrighty, that is it, and thank you for watching step number 6, cloning our sites. Hello everyone, and welcome to step 7. Step 7 is a kind of a neat one as well. This is where I'm going to show you how to resize your widgets. Now what I mean by that is we're going to resize them so you can fit multiple ones on one page. Or like on mobile, they will appear one on top of each other, or on a desktop they can be right beside each other. So let me show you that. So I have a little test site up in here, and what I did is I added a content block widget. So let me go and show you this, okay? So before I click on this one, let me show you what it looks like over here, and it's right at the very bottom, okay? So there it is right there, and here it is right there. See, it's all by itself. So what I want to do is I'll even show you this, nothing up in here, but what we're going to do in order to do this, we're going to have to go into the, right down at the very bottom here, additional style for this widget, okay? So additional style for this widget is where I'm going to be able to adjust the size of the widget as it appears on a page. Let me even show you what I mean on desktop over in here. So see how this one is just right here, one on the page. What I want to do is put another one on the right of it, and maybe even one more. Okay, so let me show you how that is done. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning and show you this. Alrighty. So basically I'm going to have 2 pages, 2 widgets. Okay, so I got one here. So I'm going to go, say I want these ones right beside each other. I'll go back to this widget right here, and I'm going to make it 1/2. So let me show you that. Remember, I go all the way down to the additional options for this widget. Additional style. I'm going over here. All right, desktop space is where we go. Okay, so now we're going to do this. Let's just do 1/2. Okay. Alrighty, so we just did that. So we've done one of them. Let's go back and do the second one. And you'll see it's already in 1/2. Let's go over here and do this one. This one we're also going to do 1/2. Save it. Okay, so let's go back here and let's see what we've done. As you'll see, now they're right beside each other. Right beside each other. And now let's scroll down here and you'll see that they're just going to be right on top of each other on mobile. But when I go over here to desktop, now let me refresh this. Now you see how that's changed? They're right beside each other. Completely changed it. Okay, let me do one more example. We have it right here. Okay, so now if I want to add, let's do a third one. I'd have to go back in each one of these and make these each one a third. Okay, so let me show you again. I'll go in here. I think you guys will love this cool feature. We're now going to go to 1/3, save it. Simply go back and make them all a third. That's it. All the pages that you want to make a third, that is it. So I go to this one. See how simple this system starts to get and makes just incredible pages, incredible sites. A third again. And like any system, the more you practice it, the more you use it, the better you're going to get with it. Obviously, I've been using this for quite a long time now, so we've had quite a few upgrades. All right, so I got 1, 2. I need to put number 3 right over here. Let's just pick this one. Again, we're just repeating what we've already done. Additional style for this. Scroll on up, full width. We're going to go a third. We're going to save it. Okay, so not much will change on mobile because they will have to appear one on top of each other. That's the way mobile is. As you'll see over here. Let's get out of this here. Again, a great tip too as well is if you're building sites, you're going to want to make sure that you don't have a whole lot running in the background. I have a lot running in the background right now, which causes some speed issues, but that's literally my computer. Okay, you see how they're all on top of each other? That's mobile. That's the way it's supposed to be. Go over here. Remember, we have 2. Let me refresh it. Again, now we have 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, yeah, this came across this way. Obviously, this is not one that you would be wanting to make into a third. It doesn't look right, but we're just showing you how to actually do that. So that's how you would do it. And that's it. So that is how you actually now resize them. So let me go right back over here. Okay. So now you see how there's 3 across. So it doesn't matter which ones you would pick or create a new widget, use that one. You could have 3 or 4 across. You just pick what looks good. Okay, so thank you so much for viewing step number 7 on resizing your widgets. Hello everyone and welcome to step number 8. Step number 8 is going to be a little bit longer one, but it's also an extremely important one. Here's where we're going to go over the options. So once we get going on the options, you will see how by the end of that you will be able to have your first website up and running. Alright, so let's go over here into options. Click on that, it's a drop down. Let's go with the first one. I'm just going to go over each and every one and explain them. All right, so we go to owner. This is you. You're the owner. Now, if you actually were a reseller, actually had multiple people underneath you that you're building sites for, this is where they would fall in here, and you would have their email address, and you can now just simply have them as the owner, and then now they have the site. Real easy. Okay, let's go next one. Name, domain, and SSL. All right, let me exit out of this one. Okay, so see my site right there. That's the site name. That's just for your own purposes to recognize what site it is. That's all. All right, we have tutorials on CNaming. You click that little question mark right there, and it'll take you to the CName tutorial. So you can name it. Site domain, which is right there. This is the site default URL. You can use it for giving the site a custom domain. Enter it as the destination or points to domain for the CName you will create. And then you would put the site custom domain right in here. Enter the full domain you want to use for the site. Example, www.mydomain.com. That would go in there. Again, we do have a separate CName tutorial. Now, if you do need an SSL for this, you will more often than not want to have an SSL, which is basically a secure website. Now we do offer that service. If you want that service, just contact us, or just simply you'll get to a spot where you can just buy your SSL certificate through us, and we'll install it. And we're pretty darn cheap for that too as well. Okay, so that's basically the domain name right there. All the information that is needed for whoever you are get your domains from. Okay, next one, the header. Has some pretty cool features and functions in the header. All right, so you can see we can have, you can completely hide the header, the navigation bar, and heading in all your pages if you wanted to. You could have it fixed at the top, not fixed at the top. You could have it transparent. You can just scroll on or off. So every time you just do something, just see the way that you like it. On your mobile phone, on your desktop, just see what you prefer. See what your customers prefer. In the end, it's up to a paying customer, or it's simply just up to you. So you just decide what you want to do. That's it. So we're talking about right up in here. This is what we're editing, is right up in this portion right here. This little guy here. Fix at the top. Save. Alrighty. You see how it's fixed at the top now? Let's show it with transparent on scroll. See? Slight differences. Alright, here's where you would have a new header image. That's an image that's up in here. It's an image that's actually, you know, when you pull on a website, that's the favicon, what'll be there. So you put what you want in here. You just drag it across, put it in, or you simply browse files, and that's it. Very simple. So let me go ahead and do this one. Let's get out of this. And dropping that in, upload it. Done. Save. Let's do it on this one over here too. upload. Extremely fast upload speeds. Okay, and there we go there. So we've changed that. You can reappear on scrolling. Save an update there. Again, just small little ways that you just get to customize your websites, the sites, the pages that you do. All right. So here, if you have some coding experience, that would be more of our advanced training. You can put some coding right in here. All right, here you can manage the header navigation menu and add custom button links. So if I wanted to add a search form, I can do that here. Now if I wanted to manually manage the header, so what this means is now I can manually manage the header. I can hide pages. So I can just have that one. See, we have text and images in Ninja. Oh, when you're going to see over here, when I actually refresh this page, just let me do this. Let me view this site because we are working on a different one. All right, so viewing this site. Let's go over to the bigger view. Okay, so to go backwards, I could just show all or hide the pages. So now if I want the text, images, and pages to show, and the Tweet Ninja not to show, saving that. We're in here. Now the page will still be there. And you can have a redirect link, which I'll show you here in a minute. So the page is still there. It's just being hidden. So you see how it's now gone? So that's you manually controlling the header. Okay, so you see that right there. Now if I wanted to have both of these clicked, I just simply hold the control button and I now click. That's it. So control, and that's what you do. And then I can turn it on or I can turn it off. All right, so let's keep it just like that, just for example. Now as we scroll down, we can add, we don't want to add too much at the very top because it just gets a little overwhelming. But now we can add buttons. I'll add one, for example. We'll have this scroll to a widget. I'm just going to have it scroll to the widget. Now I will choose the widget. And let's just go to the kitty cat one. All right, so we're just having some fun. And we'll have it show on both. And again, desktop, mobile. Go over this a little bit here quickly. You can see all the different options that you do have. We're sticking with this one here. See how we can add more. Add more, add more, add more. Or I can just go ahead and delete them if I wanted to. Just go ahead and delete that one. And I can just add buttons wherever I want in there. So then I save and update it. See, there it is right there. See my cat? Now it's just going to scroll down to that widget. See? That kind of neat? I'll go over here, show you. Let me refresh it since I just changed it a little bit. Right up in here. See my cat? And then just scrolled right to it. So that's now a little trick for if you ever wanted to build just a one-page site and have the option of somebody not having to scroll all the way down, keep scrolling. You can actually have buttons where they just click on the button and it scrolls to that exact section, payment section, whatever it is you want to name it, and the information you want to put in it. So that's an incredible feature, especially for building these little one-page sites. I love it for building, like a funnel, a sales funnel, because I just got a little perturbed that it's scrolling down a page for 20 minutes to get any information that I want. Alrighty, we have now gone over that. So we have gone over adding some more buttons, still in the header section. So social links in the header. This is kind of nifty too as well. You would simply put your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Pinterest, Snapchat, so on and so forth, put it in there. The icon will show up, and then that person just clicks on that icon and it goes directly to that link. That's it. So those will show up there in the header. You put a Facebook in here, and then bang, up in there there'll be the little Facebook icon. That's it. Okay, so we go into custom code. This will be more advanced training, but this is where you could add some custom code in here. You could put like Video Pal in here if you use that. Some chats, messenger chat bots, stuff like that can kind of go in here. Alrighty, so that is the site header. So that's a very, very important section. That's why we stayed on that just for a little bit. All right, so now let's go over into a few other things. Footer. Footer's an easy one. You can either have a footer or don't have a footer. You can have a menu. So this would kind of show down at the bottom of a desktop, especially even down at the bottom of this mobile, which I'll show you, like just little links that you could click on and goes directly to that link. So I'll show you. We'll have a little bit of a footer on this one. Let's keep it on. Okay. So here's some footer text. You see how there's a blog, terms of service, privacy that we've put in there. We have actually other videos of showing how this all works, the system here. This is just the footer text, but you see this is a carbon copy of when you want to put in a content block, everything in here. So we haven't changed anything. And again, for more advanced, if you wanted to add some custom code in there, again, that's for more advanced and more advanced training on that one. There won't be necessarily tutorials on that one. That's more high level. Alrighty, so there we go, and we really just added that there. This is where you put all your own information in. That's it. And then we go ahead and save and update. Okay. Then we saved and updated it. And we scroll down to the footer. And everything in here is what's over in here. So you see how this main level and pages, this is kind of these over here. Alrighty, so if I wanted to take that off and kind of maybe do current page and children, save that. Scroll down. My computer needs to catch up to me. And you see. Okay, now any of these buttons over in here, these are just links that they put in. So this is actually a link. So this would be a link in here, and it goes to whatever the link is. So that's how that got put in there, in case you were all curious about that one. And you'll see that. See, you would just put a URL in there, and then somebody would click on that and would go to that. So the terms of service can be in there too as well. Okay, so as we move on from the footer, we'll go to the e-commerce. So e-commerce, we have a full-fledged e-commerce system built in here. And you'll see all we ever have to do is enable this. So if you're doing any sort of e-commerce, just right off the bat go in and simply enable it. If you wanted to require login for e-commerce, here's where you can view orders and invoices, email the orders to. We want to send order button. Now here's kind of something that's unique with this too as well. Different currencies. Okay, so we have different currencies. So I told you this is global. So right now we're currently with Stripe and PayPal. We will add more, but for right now it's Stripe and PayPal. So this is where you would actually go ahead and put your Stripe ID credentials in here, your PayPal in here. This is if you want to add a shipping zone. So you can see right here your costs, cost type. Save this zone, and we'll want to go ahead and add a tax. So tax name, the amount, the percentage. Okay, now also something that we're quite proud of is we actually have a food ordering system. Now this is also something that we created. So this is now you can make sites for basically any restaurant, pizza, tacos, hot dogs, hamburger joints, steak restaurants, you pretty much name it. We've actually got this in here. So it's quite amazing. So watch as I kind of go through this. Ask for order type, pickup, dine-in, delivery, curbside, tableside, delivery cost, minimum order, locations. Yes, if your store owner has multiple locations. Now, as with this site, somebody who's actually using the site to make an order, and remember, it's mobile first, so this order is being all done in the palm of the customer's hand. Different locations if they want to pick it up. Ask for time of order. Customization. Allow tips. Hide add to cart button. So that's our food ordering, and we even have templates for stores, for restaurants, for sushis, nail salons. It's incredible. Okay. And now you'll see we have a little shopping cart right over here. There we go. That is now the e-commerce. Pretty amazing. View orders and invoices. Obviously, we don't have any. And then we can even export them. All right. Great way to track your business. And if you have the CRM, well, that makes it even more powerful and a way to track all your leads. All righty. So as we move on, e-commerce, login and users, real simple, especially if you have any kind of membership sites you'd want to do. You'd have enable login and registration. Login is required to access this site. Send an alert to the site owner. That'd be you. View and download users is right there. All right. Also kind of neat over here is registration field. So we have email or phone. Let's click on email. Required registration fields. Now again, if I want more than one, I would just simply hold my control button and click on the ones that I want. Registration validation type. This is cool. So what this is, so you're going to want to pick email or SMS is coming. Now what this is, this now makes the person who just signed up for your plan, signed up for your product, give you a valid email address, since they have to go to the email address they used to sign up and verify that it's a valid email address. So there you go. You can also use Facebook logins, Twitter logins. You can now drag and drop your login page logo there, or browse for run, login page text. So this is pretty awesome what you have right here. Okay, so that's pretty cool, especially if you're doing any kind of membership site or resellers out there. Really, really awesome tool right there. Let's move on down to localization, real easy one. Site language, we're in English right now. We're going to have more languages coming. Italian is not available here just yet. Now we have different date format, however you want to do it. It allows, basically, like we said, it allows you to customize this for more than just North America. Alrighty. Anytime you do any changes, save and update it. Next one, download and share. Now what this is, if you built the site and now you want you want to give it to somebody and they want to put it on their own system, you're going to just download this site and share it with them. That's it. You can download your site, all its pages, images, and content. Click on the button to start the process. In a few minutes, you have a zip file with the complete snapshot of the site in this moment. So then you can just send it to that person, and then now that person has the site, they control it, and they will update it and do whatever they want with that site. Mobile redirect code. You can use this JavaScript code to automatically redirect mobile visitors to this website. This is useful if you already have a desktop website and you want to use the site you are creating here only for users on smartphones and mobile devices. So that's kind of neat. So just copy the code below and paste it into the head section of the pages of the desktop site. So that's right there. So that's an incredible feature too. Somebody actually really already has a site, but maybe it's not mobile friendly, or it's not mobile optimized like what we can do. Alrighty, so that's also pretty awesome what you can do there. Let's touch more. We'll have more advanced training on this. Analytics, let's touch on that. All right, so now this is if you have your Google Analytics, you would put your tracking ID in there. If I have my Facebook pixels or referral tracking, all goes in there. One-stop shop. Okay, next one, legal and privacy. It's exactly what it sounds like. This is where you can now manage your terms of service. You put it right in here. You have a privacy policy, cookie policy, show the alert, disclaimer. So there you go. You would already have this information already. You would, again, just copy and paste it. Now, if somebody did have this already on a website, for example, and you just wanted to copy and paste it off their website, again, remember, when you copy it and paste it into a Word document or a notepad, and then copy and paste it in there into the system. That way, everything that comes over is all uniformed. Again, I do say that quite often, but that's just want to make sure you have the best tips. Alrighty, so that is the options from the owner, name, header. That's one of the important ones. Footer is also important. Our e-commerce system is incredible. Login and users, localization, download, share, analytics. Alrighty, that was a little bit of a longer one, but that is your options. Again, I want to thank you for staying awake during this tutorial, and thanks again.